A wise woman once told me that someone's body language can be extremely telling in almost all circumstances, but especially when dating. 20 body language signs that could mean he's totally into you. 1. You can physically see his hands. Consider it a good thing if, when you're with this guy, he doesn't keep his hands chillin' in his pocket or behind his back. When a guy is comfortable around you, his hands are usually visible, confirms Howard. In other words, grab those BBS and put them on the table where you can see them. 2. He tilts his head in two directions. You know when dogs hear a new sound they haven't heard before, they do that cute lil head tilt? Yeah, well dudes are a lot like our fluffy puppers in this case. When a guy tilts his head to the side, it shows that he's curious and tuned in. You're obvi occupying that left brain of his, so play into that you smart one, you. This content is imported from Embed Name. You may be able to find the same content in another format, or you may be able to find more information at their website. 3. His breathing is relaxed. When his breathing is at a slow pace, this indicates that he is relaxed and can fully be himself around you. This is a good sign, as men like to feel comfortable around their partners. 4. He has clammy hands. If his palms feel a bit sweaty when you're strolling down the street, this could mean that he's, like, physically hot, yes, but it could also indicate that he's nervous. Being nervous is a sign that they could potentially have interest and not want to mess anything up, says Thompson. 5. He inadvertently grazes or touches you. Whether he accidentally touches your hand or can't stop hitting your foot underneath the table, it's a great sign of contact because it shows he wants to be close to you physically. 6. He stumbles over his words. If he stumbles over his words a lot when he's most often the life of the party, he's nervous around you. When you know he's not normally awkward but he's being awkward and can't seem to formulate sentences around you, this could be a sign of interest, says Bennett. 7. His face gets flushed, and not because it's warm. When someone is really into someone, it can cause a stress reaction and the adrenaline that gets released can lead to facial flushing, says Bennett. Before you read too far into this, though, make sure it's not 90 degrees out and he's not on his third tequila drink. 8. He stands inches from you when you're face to face. In line at a restaurant, on a subway car, saying goodbye. Whatever the situation may be, he just can't resist the urge to be as close to your face as possible. If he's not afraid of body closeness and makes his desires clear but not creepy, it's likely he wants to take advantage of being as close to you as possible, says online dating coach Andy Fornes. 9. His pupils are huge. Either you're in a super dark place or this subtle signal means he's into you. Dilation is a brain response that occurs when you like and are attracted to something, Wood says. 10. His eyebrows raise up when he sees you. If he likes you and likes what he sees as soon as he sees you, he wants more of you. Soon, the aperture of his eyes increases, making his eyebrows raise, Wood says. This also means he's interested in whatever you're saying. 11. He shows you his front teeth when he smiles. Guys stop smiling like this around the age of 5, unless they're really happy, Wood says. He might not show off a toothy grin while casually flirting, but on a really awesome date when he's having loads of fun. Look for teeth. When he feels really happy, he's not covering that up, Wood says. 12. He smiles above the mouth. Real smiles extend well beyond the mouth. They lift the forehead and give you slightly squinty eyes. If his smile involves his whole face, it means you're genuinely affecting him in a good way. 13. He licks his lips in a cute, not creepy, way. When you're attracted to someone, your mouth produces extra saliva, Wood says. In response, he might quickly lick his lips or press them together. 14. He locks eyes with your face, not your eyes. You might think that a guy who is totally enamored by you will find it hard to peel his eyes away. But now that everyone is used to being glued to their phones, non-stop eye contact can make people feel uncomfortable. So, new rule. If he spends about 80% of your interaction looking from your eyes to your nose and lips, he's into you, Wood says. 15. He takes a deep breath when he sees you. Yes, men do require oxygen, lol. But when he subconsciously takes a deep breath, he'll pull in his stomach and puff out his chest. It's a subconscious way to make his upper body look broader and his waist look smaller. Two qualities that make him look more fit and, from an evolutionary perspective, more desirable, Wood says. In other words, he's into you and trying to attract you. 16. The moment he sees you, he wants to touch you or really look at you. What someone does as soon as they come through the door says a lot about what's important to them, Wood says. He won't just walk into your place and settle down without a hug, kiss, or long glance first. 17. He leans toward you when you talk. In a noisy bar, this sign might not hold much weight, but when he can physically hear you perfectly well and leans in anyway, it means he's interested in what you have to say, and you in general. 18. He puts his hands on his hips with his elbows out to the sides. This stance takes up more space than standing with his arms against your sides, so this is a male power signal, Wood says. They use it to show physical superiority over other men. In this situation, and if he's angled toward you, it means he's seeking attention from you. 19. He touches your knee or tucks your hair behind your ear. When he initiates physical contact under the guise of another reason, like, say, to compliment how soft your pants are, it's a test to see how you respond to his touch, Wood says. Touch is a tool he can use to test your limits, so this could mean he's only interested in sex, Wood says. If he really likes you, though, he might pull back extra slowly and smile sweetly as he does it, which means he wants to take the time to get closer to you. 20. He sits with his legs spread. This exposes his man parts, which are full of sensitive nerve endings. It's a vulnerable position that could mean he's willing to put himself out there, literally and emotionally, to get to know you. Or he could just be manspreading, TBH.